These aren't your standard drone strikes.
Добрий вечір, бля.
This is the culmination of a weeks-long espionage operation that fooled thousands of Russian troops into revealing their positions, with fatal consequences. A small team of cyber warriors is using the virtual world to impact the battlefield from hundreds of miles away.
Звичайно, отримую насолоду.
These Ukrainian hackers have given us exclusive access to a world of cyber warfare and intelligence gathering never seen before.
I want to find out how they lured in unwitting Russian soldiers, how they built a trap that gained their trust, and what this operation reveals about how modern warfare is being fought, both in the real world and the virtual one. I'm in Lviv, in western Ukraine, to meet Goldfinger.
Hi.
Hello.
Goldfinger, nice to meet you.
A wounded soldier turned cyber warrior and his hacking group, the 256 Cyber Assault Division. They are priority targets for the Russians and must keep their identities a closely guarded secret, even from each other. We have had to digitally alter their voices so they cannot be tracked down.
How many Russians did you trick into giving you their coordinates via the scheme?
It's about 2,500.
How many of you were involved in this operation?
5 people.
So just for the work of 5 people managed to get the access to more than 2,000 Russian Starlink?
Yes.
Guaranteed internet access on the battlefield has become a vital part of modern warfare, key to controlling drones, coordinating troops, and ensuring encrypted communications. So in February, when SpaceX suddenly pulled the plug on some 40,000 Starlink terminals smuggled into Russia, it left Putin's troops scrambling to register them as Ukrainian.
How did you come up with the idea to target the Russian Starlinks?
We realized that Russian will be finding ways to bypass the blocking, and we started to develop our operation.
Using the Telegram social media app, 256 set up a channel posing as cybercriminals. They offered to register Russian Starlinks in Ukraine in exchange for cryptocurrency.
We created a Telegram bot that asks user for Starlink terminal data.
The hackers acted like IT support, but it was all a ploy to gather data from the Starlinks, in particular the coordinates giving away their location. This is stage 1 of the operation.
Maybe you could show us some of the interactions with these Russians on your Telegram?
We posted these screenshots in our channel. There was a screenshots with successful activation. It was very helpful for us. People asking, are you not scammers? You posting them a screenshot with successful activation, and people say, okay, now I trust you.
Then the hackers revealed their true identity to demoralize the Russians.
Here is a revealing screenshot that give you a greeting from military forces on Ukraine for the given information. Glory to Ukraine. Fuck off, Ukrainians, you are liars. Even here you have found a way to take money worse than Jews.
Well, okay. Says a lot about that user.
Each of the hackers have different specialisms. Some Russian soldiers need a personalized approach before they reveal compromising information.
Sometimes we use social engineering. For example, if we talk with soldiers on the front line, we can pretend as a female character and generate some pictures using AI tools, and later we can receive some specific data from them.
They fall for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
The hackers also target Russian officials and companies, gaining access to their confidential communications. They have even discovered the locations of Russian arms factories, allowing them to be targeted by UK-supplied Storm Shadow missiles. The Starlink data they gathered provided likely locations for hundreds of enemy command posts and drone pilot positions. Once 256 harvested all the data, they passed it over to the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense, or military units they knew were fighting where the Russian Starlinks were located.
For example, a point from Plavny near Zaporizhia, we know that 128 brigade is in this region. We giving this information to them.
Are they still using the data that you provided?
Yes.
Zaporizhia is one of the 4 Ukrainian regions President Putin claims to have annexed as Russian. Yet 4 years into the war, he is still trying to take the regional capital. I wanted to find out how the hackers' work plays out there on the real-world battlefield.
We're heading now towards the front line in the Zaporizhia regions. We're going to meet a highly secretive intelligence unit who are working with the hackers. I want to find out how they turn data into death on the modern battlefield.
The city has just been bombed when we reach it. We are now well within range of enemy drones.
Drone detected.
We head for the intelligence unit's command center.
Drone detected.
What is it when it says drone detected?
This is the monitoring system that shows enemy drones.
Are those Russian drones heading towards Zaporizhia city?
Absolutely.
Soon after we arrive, the team gets a call from Goldfinger.
Алло, да, вітаю, друже. Як ваші справи? Є щось новеньке?
Так, друже, слухай, маю свіжу здобич для тебе. Певний Ілля Біглов дуже скаржиться, що у нього не працює Starlink. Його координати якраз в твоєму районі. Зможеш подивитися.
Давай надсилай на криптофон.
Все, добре, зараз я буду фону, то нам
Да, давай.
заплатив невічливо буде з чим залишати.
Не переживай, зараз опрацюємо.
Yarrow is an intelligence officer with the 128th Heavy Mechanized Brigade. He and his team act immediately on the hackers' data. Verifying the target is stage 2 of the operation.
Okay, so we got the message. Let's see what we have here. I would say
Minimum 3 positions. And something we have here. Okay, let's focus on this one. Tell guys to check this area.
The hackers have given them the exact coordinates where several Russian Starlink terminals are located.
Що ти скажеш? Чи є у нас там кацап?
Кацап. Отслеживаем по трофам и по явным демаскировочным азматам. То есть это куча мусора, ранее предыдущие засечки. Грубо говоря, вот здесь в данном моменте мы видим, что у них есть подвал укрытия плюс дом.
This particular target was assigned to a neighboring Special Forces unit.
These are Special Forces fighters of Ukraine's military intelligence. It's an elite fighter unit. These soldiers are attaching explosive munitions to first-person view drones, arming them so that they'll be ready to go and attack Russian positions.
Back in the command center, the intelligence team watches the drone attack its target via live stream.
Can you tell us what are these boxes on the screens?
Це автонаведення, автозахват філі. Якщо дрон буде подавлено, то він все одно влучить в ціль.
This is the third and final stage of the operation. The strike on the Starlink coordinates is successful.
Эйфория під час самого удара тоже как бы есть, потому что ты знаешь, что твоя работа принесла результат, пилотов работа принесла результат.
The team intercept panicked Russian radio chatter about a hit on the position and casualties.
Крило противника відпрацювало на -4. Тобто вони шифрами кажуть, що наше крило відпрацювало тільки що згідно перехопу. Тому що ми слухаємо, бачачи пости кацапські, і попереджуємо наших хлопців, щоб вони дивились по ситуації, або бігетали, або робили ще коло, або йшли на ураження.
The team work non-stop to identify fresh targets based on the Starlink data. Drone pilot Katerina is the last link in this kill chain. She sees the intimate final moments of her enemies live on her video stream. I want to understand what it's like for her to live with death so up close and personal.
Я оператор важкого бомбера, вампір, гексокоптера. Нищу ворога безпосередньо на лінії бойового зіткнення. На початку повномасштабного вторгнення моє селище побувало під окупацією. І після деокупації я вирішила, що я піду служити.
What happened during occupation?
Чоловіків деяких брали в полон. Одного насмерть закатували, зарили в окопі своєму.
Katerina tells us she is 4 months pregnant. Despite the risks, she's determined to fight on.
Я це роблю і для того, щоб і мої діти потім жили в мирі. Ну, яка мотивація більш бережливою? Ну, материнський інстинкт.
What is it like to take a life?
Коли буває росіян, абсолютно нічого не відчуваю. То хочеться якомога більше росіян вбити, які знаходяться на нашій землі і роблять все для того, щоб помирали наші хлопці і дівчата. Я вважаю це справедливим.
For many Russian soldiers, this is the last sound that they will ever hear.
After takeoff, the pilots retreat to a less exposed position, and we head back to the intelligence unit. I want to understand the impact this new way of fighting has had on the battlefield.
Today we have a very fishy day. It's a deep luck today to
And two positions because our front line will less suffer. For example, we calculated statistics of our results.
Yaro says by hitting Russian Starlink positions, the Ukrainians have reduced the number of enemy strikes on their lines by a staggering 45%.
З 25-го року ситуація значно змінилась на краще.
Clearly, the operation is having a huge impact on the front line, yet not a single infantryman in a trench is involved. Everything we've seen has been achieved from behind a screen.
How do you see the future of warfare? Are we now in a technological arms race, and where is this going?
I see the picture that in 5 years we mostly won't need people. It scares me.
Modern warfare is changing. The battles of the future will no longer be won by bravery, strength, and agility. They will be determined by the skills of cyber warriors and gamers married with lethal technology.